Horse Tales is proudly brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. South Carolina, a true leader in the equine industry.
Folks, got a special treat for you today. We're traveling down I-20 to Aiken, South Carolina for the PD Cowboys' first ever polo match. Karen REESE for Hilltop Farms has got a good operation down here, so we're going to have a great time today for some polo. The old Cowboys going to learn something today.
Horse Tales is being brought to you today by Williamsburg Feed and Tack, your Seminole Feed and Carhartt clothing shop. Equestrian Images, making memories together. Carolina Hoofbeats, the Carolina's premier equine magazine. By Marcia Hewitt, equine specialist for the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. And by Mark Hossman Training Center, where helping people ride better horses is not just a slogan, it's an everyday occurrence.
Did you know that the equine industry in South Carolina has an economic impact of nearly $3 billion annually? Hello, I'm Marcia Hewitt with the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. The economic impact of the horse industry is one of our state's best-kept secrets. Thousands of people are employed in different areas, from hands-on care to the production of horse supplies. Horses and the opportunity to ride various parts of our beautiful state, from the coast to the mountains, from trail riding to world-class horse racing. South Carolina is a leader in the equine industry.
Hi, I'm Hugh Weathers, your South Carolina Commissioner of Agriculture. Did you realize that agriculture is South Carolina's second largest industry? Our state has a long history of agriculture production and is also known for the flavor and quality of our many fruits and vegetables, from horticulture to meat, poultry, and specialty crops. Agriculture is a multi-billion-dollar industry in our state. Remember to support local agriculture when you shop. Ask for certified South Carolina. Nothing's fresher, nothing's finer.
Southern Flooring and Interiors, Florence's premier flooring and decorating company. The talent, dedication, and experience of their staff gives them a leading edge in the marketplace. No job is too big or too small. Southern Flooring and Interiors, located at 1228 Celebration Boulevard.
If you want the feeling of real horsepower, come on down to Doug's Harley-Davidson, located in Florence, South Carolina.
Doug's Harley-Davidson wants you to come by and see why no other bikes on the road compare to Harley-Davidson's ride and performance. And after the sale, Doug's Harley-Davidson has the experience to service your new or pre-owned bike for years to come. And for the latest Harley-Davidson clothing and accessories, Doug's has the complete fashion look on and off the bike.
Doug's Harley-Davidson is not just a motorcycle, it's a way of life.
Welcome to Pieces, where you can find pieces for you and your home. Your one-stop shop for women's clothing, jewelry, gifts, accent furniture, and accessories for the home. Located at 1228 Celebration Boulevard.
Welcome back to the show, folks, and join me now is Karen REESE, owner, operator, and a little bit of everything at Hilltop Farms. So, Karen, we just had some good conversation inside the barn there. So tell us, what is Hilltop Farms?
Well, primarily we're a training facility for thoroughbreds. We put thoroughbreds in the sport of polo, and that's the main focus here. We've also started a program for people to learn how to play polo. We have kids, we have adults. Today we're having a junior polo tournament. It's in memorial for one of our junior players that we lost a couple of years ago. This tournament today focuses on fellowship and sportsmanship, and we build a lot of things about, from the ground up, character traits as well as horsemanship and of course the sport of polo.
And we were sharing, you really have a program here to train world class, the NFL of polo ponies, right?
That's correct.
Before we get started any further, why do they call them ponies, not polo horses?
Well, originally they did use ponies for polo. They used very small ponies because they were closer to the ball and they could be quick. And polo started in the United States as an exercise for the cavalry to school their horses, etc. So they used those small ponies because it put them closer to the ball. And then we introduced speed, and now the top players in the world are riding thoroughbreds.
Wow. Well, explain to the folks that how you kind of take some 3-year-olds that come off the track and give them a forever job?
That's right. We rescue a lot of thoroughbreds that are done racing. They don't have another place to go. So Polo probably utilizes a good 50% of the thoroughbred fillies primarily that come off of the racetrack that are under 15 two hands or under. We like the smaller ones, puts us a little closer to the ball. And for us, that racetrack kind of speed isn't as important as that quick get out of the hole. Those smaller horses, they got the short back, they're compact, they can stop and handle better. And if they've got a little heavier body, they can take the abuse of the sport, the bumping, they handle that better, and they tend to last longer.
Well, Karen, what draws great horsemen to this Aiken area?
I think that it's the footing. We have great sandy soil here. It protects the horse's legs, young horses, people in training, horses in high levels of competition, eventing, polo, racing, barrel racing, dressage, show jumping. We have the whole gamut of horsemen here, and it's primarily for the footing. That's what's drawing the horsemen here. From that pool of horsemen, we're drawing the children from the polo families and also from other equestrian venues. The eventing people, we've got a few kids from eventing that are playing polo, and we get those kids and we put a mallet in their hand and start teaching them the basics, and we're building a passion for the sport.
And somebody mentioned, so Clemson has a fledgling polo program and USC Aiken. Can you tell us a little about that, please?
We've got two small programs just getting started. USC Aiken will be here today, actually. The team is coming today. They're going to be selling t-shirts and a fundraiser kind of deal. And Clemson also has a fledgling polo team. Intercollegiate polo sports is huge across this country, and we don't get a whole lot of recognition for it. I'm not sure why, but a lot of our kids go to a college. They'll choose a college because of their polo program.
Folks, join me now is Elizabeth Holson. She's the junior instructor for the United States Polo Team.
That's very correct. I am the newest member of the U.S. Polo Association, and I travel across the country, and I do junior clinics, and I help existing clubs build their junior programs.
Well, great. And what's got you here? Exactly what are you going to be doing today?
What am I going to be doing here today? Well, I'm here to support Karen, first and foremost. She's got a great program here, and today is the Austin Allen Memorial Tournament. So Austin was a kid that I've worked with in the past, and I'm very glad and very excited to be here, and I have a ton of students who are also playing in this.
Well, what are your day-to-day responsibilities as junior instructor?
Day to day, I spend a lot of time on the phone talking with different clubs, trying to support the junior programs that already exist, and then I'm doing a lot of work with pony clubs also and trying to get them more involved in polo.
Well, that's great. Now, if out there is an audience that is a young person or anybody wants to get involved, how can they get in touch with you?
They can check out our website, uspolo.org. That's probably the best way, or they can, find my email on that website. It's also eholson@uspolo.org. So very simple to remember there.
Great. And so what level of player or do you play? I
do play. I'm a 0-goal player, so I'm just your average low player. But, I work with everyone. I've worked with, beginner, never sat on a horse before, to, we've got a great 1-goal player in the Team USPA program right now, and I've been working with him also.
Folks, we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, more great action from Aiken, South Carolina and Hilltop Farms.
Horse Tales is being brought to you today by Campbell's Roofing, roof specialist for residential and commercial. By Arbor One Farm Credit. By Quality Auto Sales, for new and used cars. Make Quality Auto Sales your last stop. By Alive Magazine, your devotional publication. Look for this in your local stores and online at alivemagazine.tv. KG Smith Company, now stocking a full line of equine supplies. Visit them in Lake City. By Best Way Grocery, located in Hemingway, South Carolina. See Jimmy Baxley for the best meat products in Hemingway.
Did you know that the equine industry in South Carolina has an economic impact of nearly $3 billion annually? Hello, I'm Marcia Hewitt with the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. The economic impact of the horse industry is one of our state's best-kept secrets. Thousands of people are employed in different areas, from hands-on care to the production of horse supplies. horses, and the opportunity to ride various parts of our beautiful state, from the coast to the mountains. From trail riding to world-class horse racing, South Carolina is a leader in the equine industry.
There's nothing fresher, nothing finer than locally grown fruits and vegetables. They're tastier, sweeter, healthier, and most of us would agree they're better. That's why your South Carolina Department of Agriculture is working to make certified South Carolina grown produce and products available in stores in your neighborhood. As for South Carolina, nothing's fresher, nothing's finer.
Welcome back to the show, folks. Got a special treat for We Actually Play. We're going to kind of take you through the gear and what it takes. Join me now is TESS PIMSNER, Karen's daughter, and quite a hand here. And we've got a thoroughbred filly here that's 15 hands and a little bit, and her name is America, the first filly born on the farm after 9/11. That's pretty neat. All right,
Sir.
Tess, so we're going to go from the nose to the tail. So just tell us all about what gear it takes to play polo.
This is called a pelon. We use this on some horses. There's also another bit called the gag. We use that to help steer the horse. And these are help to protect their cheeks so that this part doesn't bite at them. This is called a drop nose band, and it just pulls on it.
Do you keep that kind of firm so you can have a better handle on the horse? Or that's
Yes, sir. When you pull it, pulls them back right here.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's just another point of pressure. This is a nose band, and it just serves to help hold the bridle in the proper place. This is a brow band. It just makes sure this part doesn't slide too far back, and this is the head stall, which keeps everything together. This is a main rein, and it is always on. It's level steering. This part is a little bit extra steering. It's called a draw rein, and it slides through here so that it can tighten up all the way, and it pulls the horse's head in. Down here we have the martingale, or tie down. It does exactly what it says it does. It doesn't let the horse's head come too far up. And this just holds the martingale up. This is called a breastplate. It keeps the saddle forward, and so it doesn't slide too far back. And this is the saddle itself. The saddle is what you rest your seat on. And this part here is the saddle pad. It keeps the saddle from rubbing against the horse's withers and back. This is a stirrup. It's what you put your foot in while you're on. It gives you a steady platform so you don't fall off. And this holds the stirrup on. You can lengthen and loosen it for your leg length.
Is this a special made saddle, or I call it an English saddle, but this is a polo saddle?
Yes, sir. You notice it doesn't have any knee pads here so that you can get closer to the horse. And up here, it's smoother so that you don't have anything blocking your stomach, so you can go all the way out over your horse. And this keeps your butt on. And it has extra padding so it's more comfortable on the horse. This is the girth. It makes sure your saddle stays on the girth. You can tighten it up so that it doesn't slide or slip backwards. These are the billets that you hook the girth on both sides to. These are called wraps. They give support and protection, and these are boots, which we put over the wraps to give extra protection so that if you swing and,
no problem.
and hit the leg, it doesn't hurt so bad and you don't break their legs. This is the tail. We tie it up specifically so that when you swing, they can't flick their tail out and hook you, and also so that when if another person gets their mallet out, it doesn't get stuck in the tail. So, which a lot of times when that happens, the horse will start bucking, which is not good. Which leads me to another point, that this mane, we cut the mane off for the specific reason of when you've got your reins here and you stick your hand forward, if those mane gets stuck in your hand, it's possible to not be able to check up in time. You might run someone over or not be able to, it's dangerous. Now to my own tack. We wear a helmet so that if we fall off, we have some protection. That's a very good thing.
and the billet keeps the sun out of our eyes. We have goggles to protect our eyes. Some people have a face mask. However, in my opinion, the goggles are a little bit better because you can get stuff stuck in your face mask. Very dangerous if it yanks your head forward. Your knee pads. When you go to ride someone off, it's very painful if you're not wearing them because it gets slammed against the other person. You've got no protection. This is a very sensitive part.
But Tess, that's great. I got a quick question, because I've never seen this much gear. When I go hog hunting, I have not near this amount of tack on my horse. Spurs, do you not wear spurs? Some people do.
Most people do wear spurs. You use spurs because it's a very quick reprimand to your horse. It gets them go straight out of the hole very quickly. They jump up. A whip, while it's handy, is slower, and by the time you use the whip, the horse has already done what it's going to be doing. Okay? Usually that's used for a little extra speed when you're running down the field. Not quite as good in the close quarters of the arena.
That's great. And when we see you again, you're going to be out there showing us how it's done, live action, okay?
Yes, sir.
Folks, we explain all the gear and what it takes to play polo, but we're going to have somebody to explain the rules. He's had him flown in for Hawaii just for this. And I'm not even going to attempt your name. Tell the folks your name.
My name's Kaina Decoit, and like you said, I'm from Makawao, Maui.
Wow. So tell us a little bit about the rules of polo.
The rules of polo, it's kind of like driving your car down the highway. Everybody's got to stay in their lanes. Every time their ball is hit, there's an invisible line between the guy who hit the ball. The other players cannot cross in front of that line. They have to either push that person out or play the ball on their opposite side of themselves. But they have to keep that line clear and safe for the horses, mostly is what we try to do, is keep the horses safe. So if cutting in front, just like your car, you hit the guy from the back, you have an accident, things go wrong.
Cross between NASCAR and hockey or something like that, right? So the object of the game is to score goals?
Score goals and try to work as a team, mostly. I mean, it's definitely a team sport. Right. If you try to go individual, it's real tough because you got to take on 3 other guys or 4 other guys, depending on what type of tournament you're playing.
Right, and today they were playing 3-on-3?
Yes, this is an arena tournament, so it's 3-on-3. The field's a lot smaller and not as wide as compared to the outdoor field where they'll play 4-on-4.
Right. So in a professional match is what you do. So you're out in a
a bigger field. It's 300 yards long by 150 wide, and we'll play 4 against 4, and you can fit 10 football fields actually on a professional polo field.
Got a lot of questions. We're trying to cram it in this interview. So how do you make it from Hawaii over here to the United States?
Actually, like most people in polo, I grew up in it. My father was a professional, so I just followed in his footsteps, and grew up playing in Hawaii, but traveled a lot with him. And then once I was out of high school, I decided to go to college to play a little bit, and then moved out here to the East Coast and continued.
So do you make a living with polo?
Yes, that's my living, is playing polo and professional umpiring.
Well, where do we get an application?
Right.
Well, listen, folks, I know why I took an instant liking this guy. So you hog hunt back home in Hawaii, right?
I grew up
well, tell the old cowboy a little bit about that.
Back home in Hawaii, I mean, and no predators, so the only predator for the pigs and hogs out there is humans. So part of growing up there is get a bunch of dogs with your buddies and go out and have a good time and hunt them down on foot. And
so you go on foot, huh?
Go on foot with the dogs and live capture or with a knife.
Well, we're going to get you down in the swamps of South Carolina here in about a couple of months. How about that?
That sounds good.
Well, listen, thanks for your time.
No problem.
Karen, I learned a lot. We had the tack in the gear, discussed the rules, had a little live action, and so we're going to do a little live announcing here in a few minutes. And so, what do you think about it so far?
I think it's been a great game so far. The main thing you need to remember when we're watching the game is the line of the ball is the rule of the game. So wherever the ball is hit from to infinity, whatever side you start out on, you have to stay on that side and give a clear right of way in the middle. It's a lot like merging onto an interstate. You merge onto the lane, you check for traffic, and then you merge onto the line of the ball. That's how this works in polo. And you're not allowed to cross that line. You can meet a player shoulder to shoulder and move him off of the line. That's called a ride-off. Or you can make a play on the near side of your horse and hit the ball. But you can't allow your horse into that right-of-way. All the rules in polo were designed for safety.
Great. All right. Well, let's here in a minute. They're going to Tee it back up, whatever. We ready?
We're gonna have a throw it.
All right.
Valley brings that ball around the corner. Evan Valley on the near side, deep in the corner. Evan poked up there by Lucas. Ariano takes a little neck shot, not quite there. Lucas with the neck shot right in front of goal, cleared out of there by Hank Watson. Hank in the corner. Hank's got it on the near side. Nice corner play by Hank. Hank taking it down the boards, being ridden hard by Lucas, hooked out of the play. Nick Galvan with a strong shot downfield. Dawson Brooks on his side. Dawson, oh, nice shot at goal. Lucas evades the hook, gets the ball cleared out of there. Boom downfield by Dawson Brooks. Dawson in the corner. Evan Valley picks it up on the near side. Evan, nice little back shot by Hank, picked up out of there by Lucas. Lucas being backed up by Dawson. Dawson goes for the back shot. Dawson to Lucas. Lucas turning the play, being smeared through there by Hank Watson. Nick Galvan reaching for the ball, nice little back shot. Oh, tangled up. Evan Valley and Nick tangled up. Ball shot out of there, nice downfield pass. Evan Valley being ridden hard by Benji. Nice little back shot by Benji. Benji to Hank. We've been watching Benji and Hank play teamwork. They said they never get to play together before. You couldn't press it by me today. They're passing back and forth beautifully today. Nick, new addition to the team, definitely doing his part today. Nick on him, chasing down Lucas Ariano. Lucas taking it to the hoop. Lucas shoots a goal, baby, just a little wide. No! Lucas with the goal puts another one on board. Big shot from about 60 yards out.
That was a great shot, wasn't it?
That was a great shot.
Okay. Karen, I've had a great time here today. If you ever lose this job, you can make it in the NFL announcing booth.
Well, thank you. I really enjoyed having you here, and I hope you come back.
We'll be back.
Get a ballot in your hand.
We will do that.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Enjoyed it.
Folks, stay tuned. We're going to have some more great live action from Hilltop Farms in Aiken, South Carolina.
Horse Tales is being brought to you today by Perfect Partners Equine, a unique and effective team approach to horse training. By Soul Shine Horseware. Visit them online for handmade saddle pads, blankets, purses, bags, and horse accessories. By Pine View Enterprises for all your trailer, horse cargo, and utility needs. Also check out their full line of golf carts and storage buildings. See Randall Jones for the best deals in the Southeast. By King Street Auction Company, buying and selling new and used equipment, tractors, and real estate. Call Alton Brown Jr. at 843-382-2121. By Morale Tire Service in Latta, South Carolina. Tire and tire service for your car, truck, or tractor.
Rodeos can be rough. Howdy. I'm Keith BOMAR, the cowboy preacher. How about you taking off your mask? Because I know a lot of you wear a mask when you go to church. You put on a mask to a smiley face, but you're facing a lot of fears out there. You're facing a lot of trouble. Your arena of life can have a lot of trouble, but Christ is there to help you live every day victorious. And you can put a smile on every day if you just don't let the devil take it off. You see, we love trouble as cowboys. We crawl in the arena with the bulls because we know we're going to get trouble, but we're not scared of it. It makes life exciting. And when you love life and you love Jesus Christ, don't let nothing get you down. And don't put on the smiley face. Make sure that smile goes all the way down the heart. And if you'll give Jesus Christ your life and let Him open up your whole heart to Him, He'll show you how to smile every day of the week, not just on Sundays. This is Keith BOMAR, the cowboy preacher, and that's my message.
Folks, man, I had a great time down here in Aiken with Hilltop Farms. Karen REESE was a wonderful host. Folks, I promised you in the beginning we was going to get out here and find you some great shows. And boy, did I find a good one down here today in Aiken. Folks, POLO, Ooh, I think you learned a lot today. I definitely sure did. Folks, I want to say a special thanks to the Department of Agriculture for being our title sponsor. Nothing's fresher, nothing finer than South Carolina products. And folks, until next week, keep your reins low and your hands quiet, and God bless this great country of ours.